Bonjour. This is Mark, and you are representing
Metal Sounds, a French company. We are making handpans and steel tongue drums. The brand are Spacedrum and Zenko.
I was going to say, it looks like a spaceship to me.
This one is called the Spacedrum Nitro. So it's a different material that we use.
Can I touch it?
You can, of course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's what we call nitroted steel. It's a little bit technical to explain, but basically it's a classic steel with an adjunction of nitrogen in it during the heating process.
Ooh, so please tell us, what does nitrogen have to do with making this sound the way it sounds?
Well, the point is that classic steel, is a little bit too soft. So if we want to make it harder, we have to add nitrogen in it during the burning process, which is a certain stage of the manufacturing of this kind of instrument. It's also protect the instrument against corrosion a little bit, which is important because it's an instrument that is supposed to be played by hand. So the sweat of the hand is very corrosive and it could go rusty. We used to make the Spacedrum Evolution, which is made in stainless steel, has a very bright and full resonant sound, a lot of overtones and a lot of sustain. This one has a shorter sound. It's a little bit drier, so it will be perfect for skilled percussionist who wants to play fast. This one is a D minor scale, so let me show you.
This reminds me of my spa. Oh my gosh, merci.
Avec plaisir. Welcome to the Metal Sounds workshop. The Metal Sounds company has two workshops. One is near Montpellier in the south of France and the other one is near Avignon in the south of France too. Here we are in the workshop of Montpellier. So let's make a quick tour of the workshop and see how it goes. So here we are. As you can see, we have many tools like press, oven, and several things like welding point tools, vacuum table, drilling machine, and many different things. Ellie, you can say hi. Here is Arnaud. We've got here Philippe. Philippe is the manager from the second workshop near Avignon. He's one of our main tuners. Here is Sylvain. He's welding the Zenko, the steel drum from Metal Sounds. There is Nat, hi Nat, the main Zenko tuner. Here we go to the tuning part of the workshop. So here you can see the first room. This is the place where Ellie is tuning the Spacedrum. So you can see some Spacedrum Nitro and also some Spacedrum Evolution that are tuned in this room. Here is the room, a bit dark, where the Zenko are tuned. I don't know why it's dark like that. You can see all the tune Zenko, and some of them have to be tuned. You have another room. To sync all the Spacedrum shells and to shape them, to give them the form that will give a proper handpan. And here is the place where we prepare the packaging to ship out all our instruments throughout more than 35 countries in the world. This is the office. And in the back you can see the showroom. Miloon. Hey! Handpan player, partner from Metal Sounds. And here is Cedric, the general manager from Metal Sounds. So this is the showroom. We can receive some people by appointment, so they can try the instrument. And also Miloon is doing some workshops here. So thank you for being confident with Metal Sounds.
Sorry if it's hard to catch my vibe. I need a lover to trust, tell me you're on my side. Are you up, down for the ride? It's not easy for someone to catch my eye, but I've been waiting for you for my whole damn life, my whole lifetime.
Don't be afraid to tell me if you ain't with it. I see you focused, yeah, you're so independent. It's hard for me to open up, I'll admit it. You got some shit to say and I'm here to listen, so baby, tell me where your love lies. Waste a day and spend the night underneath the sunrise. Show me where your love lies. If you're down, don't hide it. Feeling me, you don't gotta deny it. Baby, you gon' make me overnight it. Tell me, are you down? Tell me. Tell me where your love lies. Waste a day, spend the night. Waste a day, spend the night underneath the sunrise. Underneath the sunrise. Show me where your love lies. Tell me where your love lies. Tell me where your love lies.
everyone, this is Todd Boston, and I'm here in the studio today and working on a recording with this really beautiful instrument. And I just wanted to share with you just a little review, kind of just an insight into what it is and what I'm working with. So this instrument has traditionally been called the Han, and it was invented back in the early 2000s by a couple inventors over in Switzerland. And their company is called Pan Art. And so the Han was such a unique and rare instrument, it became really in high demand. And so the makers believe they did them all by hand, and they could only release about 80 a year. And so when I first learned about this particular instrument, there was a waiting list of a few years to even receive one here in the US. And since then, there have been a number of companies that have come forth with their own interpretation or rendition of the instrument. And this company is a company called Metal Sounds, and they're making one of the most beautiful renditions or versions of the Han that I've played or seen. This particular one they're calling the Spacedrum. It's a very familiar sound, and so these instruments were partly based around the steel pan, which were traditionally played with mallets, but a similar thing where you take a hammer and you adjust the metal until you get certain tones. And so this particular one is tuned to an F minor pentatonic type scale. So with this F minor pentatonic, you have a very, what I would almost say is like a medicine scale, because the pentatonic minor is a very kind of mystical, but also good for world music, good for all kinds of different stylings, but it's evocative. It brings you kind of to this mystical part of life. This particular instrument is one that I think you can find that is very musical by nature, meaning that you can hand it to a child or anybody that is a beginner or a very basic musician, and they can make music out of it. And then you could also give it to an expert and an advanced musician, and they can take it to that next level. They can take it to a very beautiful level. And there are a lot of artists and musicians now in the world that are using the Han in a very beautiful way. Some compositionally, some just very much as a meditative instrument. This is, again, it's called the Spacedrum. It's made from a company called Metal Sounds, and there's a distribution company in the US, and I hope you'll check them out.
Ready to make some music?
Falling fast, you got a way of making me spend up all my cash. Every night and every day I try to make you stay, but your savage love did somebody break your heart. Looking like an angel, but your savage love. When you kiss me, I know you don't give too much, but I still want that. Your savage love. Your savage love. Your savage love. You can use me, 'cause I still want that. Your savage love. Ooh la la la. Your savage la la la. Ooh la la la. Your savage la la la. You can use me.
welcome back everyone. I'm Kalani, and I finally got a handpan here in the studio. The Spacedrum handpan made in France, distributed by We Play Well Together. So first off, it comes in this amazing bag. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the bag. You get some pockets, you get a bag. The bag has backpack straps, so you can go on a trip. Oh my God. Oh. Okay. Let's get down to what we want to get down with. I'm going to situate this instrument this way with the label or the badge pointing that way, and let me make sure the overhead is, yeah. Let's give it a whirl, huh? Okay, so I haven't actually owned a handpan before, and I'm going to pause just for a second. You know, while I'm talking, this whole thing is picking up notes from my voice, some of the overtones and undertones, and it's resonating back. It's really interesting to sit here. I don't know how well you guys can hear that, maybe a little in the overhead mic, but kind of fun. This is stainless steel, and it's it comes out this color. This is not a coating or anything. This is the color of the steel when they process it. So this is basically only got like some beeswax on it, which I think is kind of cool. It's a nice color, sort of a bronze copper color. This is one of the simpler pan setups. Like I said, 8-note. 3 of the pitches are in octaves. So you have D to D, and then there's A's and F's. And the C. Oh, that's the C, and then an E. So there's a little bit of dissonance in there, a little halftone, but mostly it's got a pretty open sound. And the most common techniques are kind of side of the thumb, and then tapping, you know, with the finger. Pretty fun. So you can hold it, you know, in your lap. This one is on it's just sitting on a drum throne with nothing else underneath it. So let me show you the bottom real quick. There's an opening. Let's see. There's an opening in the bottom. All right, so that's it for this video. I'm going to make some music with this and record it for you all. I can't wait to get this thing into the looper and play some percussion, maybe some Native American flutes. This one is kind of a D minor tuning, so I've got some nice bass D minor flutes. Really fun. I'm super excited about this. Again, I want to thank Gabrielle at We Play Well Together and the folks at Metal Sounds for making it, because, you know, we don't have a voice without the instrument makers, so always thank the instrument makers. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching World Drum Club. I'm Kalani Das.